Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 Legion Baseball. Our coverage on KOFO is being brought to you by our Legion Baseball title sponsors, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King and the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Legion Baseball on KOFO is also brought to you by Quality Structures in Richmond, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Bank Midwest, Sutton's Jewelry, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, also by Advent Health Ottawa, Goppert State Service Bank, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Corner Market, Agler & Gaddert Certified Public Accountants, Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, and by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Croucher Abstract and Title Company, Great Life Golf and Fitness, Beanie's Body Shop, Arvest Bank, and CarStar. Now, from the Diamond, let's join KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman.
And good Sunday morning to you all. It's time for Legion Baseball here on KOFO.com. Your Ottawa Arrows will take on the Gladstone Owls once again in this post-64 invitational tournament here at JC Ballpark in Pittsburgh. This all coming about here this morning, and we'll tell you just a little bit about it. The Owls had the first game of the day, and they were playing the Three River Bandits, who was supposed to be Ottawa's opponent in this ball game. And it came to light during that game that Bandits were using several players who were over the age limit, the 19 and under age limit for Legion Baseball. And so they were forced to go with just their younger players, left them with only 9. They elected to forfeit this game, and it looked like for maybe a moment or two that Ottawa would not have a game at 10:30, but then the Gladstone Owls stepped up and said, well, we would be happy to play them once again. And the Owls, of course, have another game later on today. They're going to be taking on the junior team from Pittsburgh Post 64. And so that game is only going to be a 5-inning game, and that's the next one on the schedule. So what could end up happening here is Ottawa has a game against the Complete Game Indians scheduled for 3:30. If the Indians get here, and they've got 2 games today, they've got that game and the last game of the tournament. If that Pittsburgh game against the Owls, the junior Pittsburgh team against the Owls, gets done early, we could actually go earlier than the 3:30 start time that's originally on the schedule. So those of you listening, keep your radios tuned to KOFO this afternoon. We'll have that action for you. But for right now, it's a game here against the Owls, a team that Ottawa beat 9-5. And we'll talk about that game and the game last night against the Pittsburgh Junior Legion team after we take this time out. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO, brought to you by our title sponsors, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic and State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King.
You got to the game late, and the only place to park turned out to be a little too close to foul territory. But you're not worried. In fact, you watch the rest of the game before you even go check the damage. How can you be so confident? Your auto insurance is with local State Farm agent Keith King. There's a reason State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the U.S.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Or stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa, or visit online at keithking.net.
Great Life Golf and Fitness, a proud supporter of Ottawa Legion Baseball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness center, downtown Ottawa, is accessible 24 hours a day. Call 785-242-3734 for your membership.
This is Aaron with Beanie's Body Shop and Repair in Ottawa. We want to make sure that your vehicle stays healthy, so we will come pick it up, repair it, and return it for your convenience. Let us take care of you and your investment at this difficult time. Call 242-4082.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note Dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
Yesterday, the Arrows took 2 games in this tournament. They beat the Gladstone Owls in the first game for them of the day. The final there was 9-5. Ottawa took advantage of 10 Owls errors in that ball game, and they pounded out 8 hits. Got good pitching from Cole Swanson, Carson Hine, and Aiden Alderman in picking up the win. Aiden Michael had a couple of hits, as did Jose Richards in the ball game. And 6 different players had a run batted in. Then last night, Ottawa took on the post-64 junior team, the Pittsburgh team here at the tournament, and they beat Pittsburgh 9-5 also. They had a couple of 4-run innings. The second inning that was keyed by a squeeze bunt by Brady Beats and a 3-base throwing error that allowed Ottawa to score a couple of more runs. And then they scored 4 more times in the 5th on 4 hits. Both Quentin Carver and Beats had a couple of RBIs in the contest. And the starter, Aiden Michael, went 4 1/3 and got relief help from Alterman in the win. And Ottawa, with that win, moves its record to 5-6. They'll look to even things up here against the Owls. And we'll be back with the starting lineups for today's ball game after we take this time out. You're listening to Arrows Baseball, brought to you by our title sponsors, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King and Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. We're back in a couple of minutes.
Ottawa Chiropractic is ready to help with your chiropractic needs and implementing strict cleaning regimes for your family's health and safety. And speaking of family, Ottawa Chiropractic encourages family visits. Children can experience body trauma from jumping and tumbling, bouncing and bumping, but young bodies may also look to chiropractic care to improve chronic ear infection or sleep disturbance. Find out more. Call for your family appointment today at 785-242-BACK. That's 242-BACK. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 till 6, Tuesday and Friday, 7 till 11. From accounting to income tax preparation, auditing and management advisory, estate planning and sales tax services, even fraud examination. For you, your business, and your peace of mind. Agler and Gaddert Public Service Accountants. Call 785-242-3170.
You probably don't think about us until you need us, like now during hail and storm damage season. CarStar Ottawa offers paintless dent repair as a cost-effective solution for those small dents and dings. Call 242-8916 CarStar. Stay safe and relax. We'll take it from here.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. From fighting wildfires with air support, helping civilians in flooded neighborhoods, to delivering food and supplies to those who have lost everything, the Army National Guard always responds when disaster strikes. The Army National Guard also trains to be ever vigilant against threats, foreign and domestic. They protect our skies with missile defense weaponry. They secure our information, communications, and infrastructure with cybersecurity. And they protect us against chemical, biological, and radiological hazards with the civilian support team. The Army National Guard also stands ready to deploy and provide support for conflicts or humanitarian missions abroad. Join the Army National Guard and be there to respond, protect, and support your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We're about set for some baseball action. Give you the Ottawa order as we go along. Carson Hine will lead things off. Defensively for Gladstone in left field, Patrick Hand, Jacob Malm in center, and out in right field, Vic Ward. Nathan Fines at third base, Riley Sands the shortstop. The second baseman is Nick Hertz, and the first base Gabe Conover. Vic Knight's the catcher, and right-hander Keaton Mudd on the mound. And Hines stands in. The first pitch of the morning is a fastball for a strike. Their game time is 10:26. Hine, then Blake Olmeyer and Cole Swanson here in the first. just outside 1-1. Wind blowing rather briskly here today. That ball hit foul over the third base dugout. Wind is blowing when it blows from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole. 1-2 the count to Hine. Kerr, strike three called. So Mudd got the breaking pitch over and strikes out Hine. 1 out in the inning. The batter will be Blake Ohlmeyer. Right-handed batter swings, pops it up first base side, and it will drift out of play. Get through the rest of the Ottawa order. After Swanson, who's playing right field, third baseman Aiden Michael bats fourth. Antonio Espinoza is the extra hitter batting fifth. Ryan Laurie at first base hits sixth. Batting seventh, catching Brendan Oshel. Brady Beats, the shortstop, bats eighth. Here's the next pitch to Ohlmeyer, and it's grounded towards shortstop. Sands up with it, and the throw across gets away from Conover. There goes Ohlmeyer towards second, and there'll be no throw. Jose Richards bats ninth and plays center field, and the pitcher, Quentin Carver, will bat 10th. So a runner at second base for the Arrows, and 1 out. Here is Cole Swanson. Swanson takes high. Arrows had 8 hits against the Owls in the game yesterday. Ball hit down the right field line. That's trouble if it's fair. And a nice running catch by Nick Ward, the right fielder, and he is going to double up. Blake Ohlmeyer, who had taken off and was already to third base. Fine catch by Ward out and right, and it's a double play. In the first for the Arrows, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. At the end of a half inning of play, Ottawa nothing, and Gladstone coming to bat. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Corner Market, where the community meets for coffee, cafe, or cocktails. Yep, we said cocktails, as in full bar service. Corner Market is a win-win location for coffee, cafe, or cocktails. Open Friday and Saturday, 6 till 10. Sunday through Thursday, 6 till 8 at the corner of 4th and Main.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
This is Margie Hindeleiter, Community President at Bank Midwest in Ottawa, proud to support our local sports teams like Ottawa Post 60 Legion baseball team. It's just common sense to be involved with the youth and their parents in our community. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives. Member FDIC.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Well, after the Arrows run themselves out of an inning in the first, Gladstone comes to bat here in the bottom half of the inning. Here's their lineup, batting first and playing in left field, Patrick Hand. Pitching and batting second, Keaton Mudd. Hitting third, the catcher, Nick Knight. Nathan Fine is the third baseman. He bats fourth. Nick Ward is in right field. He hits fifth. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Riley Sands. Gabe Conover is the first baseman. He bats seventh. Hitting eighth is the second baseman, Nick Hertz. And batting ninth, playing center field, Jacob Baum. Defensively for the Arrows in left field, Blake Ohlmeyer. Jose Richards is in the center field. And Cole Swanson in right. Aiden Michael, the third baseman. Brady Beats at shortstop. At second base, Carson Hine. And at first, Ryan Laurie. Here's the first pitch to Patrick Hand. And it's way outside, ball one. The catcher is Brendan Oshel, and right-hander Quentin Carver on the hill. Down too low, it's 2-0. Carver last pitched a week ago Friday, couple innings in the win over Garnett. And ball 3 is high. And a 4-pitch walk to Patrick Hand to lead off the Owls first. The batter is Keaton Mudd. Oshel out to have a word with his right-hander. Mudd, right-handed hitter. Carver throws high. Stretch. 1-0 pitch. And that one too low, and 6 in a row outside the zone to start the inning. It's low and away. Off ball 4 low. And back-to-back walks. First and second, nobody out. Quick trip to the mound by Aaron Miller. Brett Hadel warming up down the left field line already. Arrows play Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday at home against Newton. On the road at Garnett on Thursday. We'll have that action for you on KOFO. Luke Queen has the play-by-play calls. Now Nick Knight, the catcher, and he takes outside. So the strike zone is dancing around out there for Quentin Carver here early. And a ball tapped back to the mound. They'll play third, and out at third, they got the lead runner, and that was a strange play. That ball was up over the head of Nick Knight, and the ball actually hit the bat, rolled back toward the mound, and Carver got the force play. The play goes 1-5, and there's one out. The batter is the third baseman, Nathan Fine. He's the left-handed hitter. In the dirt, gets away from Oshel. Runners move up. So Carver really still has not thrown a strike. Got an out. Sometimes it's just as good to be lucky as it is to be accurate. And there's the ball off the glove of Oshel. Back to the screen, run down the line to score. And the Owls lead at 1-0. Two 2-0 the count to Fine with a runner now at third base. Arrows spotted the Owls a couple of runs yesterday. High with a fastball, 3-0, before they turned things around and won 9-5. There's a strike. Three and one to Fine. Knight leads away from third. High, ball four. It puts runners at the corners and brings to the plate Nick Ward. Ward caught the ball game against Ottawa yesterday. Fine, pretty good lead over at first. They'll throw that way and nearly thrown away by Carver. There goes from first, pitches high. They'll throw through and out at second. Oshel with a ball that skipped and got right to Beats on the bag. And there's now 2 outs in the inning with a runner at third base. 1-0 to Ward. Fly ball left field, drifting back on it. Ohlmeyer, still retreating, still going back, and he will one-handed. And the inning is over. So Carver works around the 3 passes, but the Owls do get a run. No hits, no errors, 1 left. At the end of an inning, Gladstone 1, Ottawa nothing, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
Kramer Pharmacy knows that right now it's all about safety and convenience. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts reminding you that you can park out front and call 242-0240 and we'll bring your prescription out or pick up your written script to be filled. We also want you to know about our new Saturday hours from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can still get the same weekday service from 9 to 7, and if you still aren't ready to get out and about, you can always take advantage of our free delivery service. Kramer Pharmacy open 9 to 7 weekdays and Saturday from 9 to 2 at 134 South Main in downtown Ottawa.
It's summer, and odds are, at some point, your teenager's going to ask if they can borrow the car. Being sure they're safe is your first thought, which leads to your second thought. Do I have enough coverage? Now you're thinking, time to call your local State Farm agent in Ottawa, Keith King. There's a reason State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the U.S.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Arrows down 1-0 as they bat here in the top of the second. Middle third of the order, Aiden Michael, Antonio Espinoza, and Ryan Laurie. Again, Ottawa's game later on with the complete game Indians, scheduled for 3:30. Could possibly start earlier than that. We'll do our best to keep you posted on that situation. If you are just joining us here this morning, Ottawa's game was supposed to be against the Three Rivers Bandits this morning, but the Bandits using ineligible players, and they forfeited the game. And just so Ottawa would be able to play, the Gladstone Owls said they would be happy to play another ball game, but they're going to play a 5-inning game after this against Pittsburgh. And with the shortened game, again, we could possibly get started early in our afternoon contest. Aiden Michael will stand in, right-handed batter. Pitch from Keaton Mudd is down too low. Well thrown on the outside corner, ball and a strike. By the way, the Owls beat the Bandits earlier, 7-3. Breaking ball, and Michael fouled it back to the screen. He's down in the count, 1-2. That one bounced up there, 2-2 now. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, and Michael down on strikes. Strikeout number 2 for Mudd, one down. Here is Antonio Espinoza. Espinoza, a couple hits and a couple of RBIs last night against Pittsburgh. Pitch to him is low. Popped it up, foul, and straight back out of play. Nobody on, one out here in the top of the second. Gladstone leads 1-0. Kerr fouled down the right field line. That one will get out of play. Went around on the breaking ball in the dirt. They'll have to throw to first, and Espinoza retired. 2 outs, and nobody on. Here is Ryan Laurie. Bud winds and deals. Pitch low. Ball hit in the air to left, drifting back on it, and making the catch is Nick Ward, and that ends the inning. Ottawa goes in order in the second, 3 up, 3 down at the end of an inning and a half. Gladstone Owls 1, Ottawa Arrows nothing. Let's pause for a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
When purchasing or refinancing a home, do you know what transpires from time of application to the day of settlement? Rod Croucher and his dedicated staff will guide you through the process, protecting you against any adverse title claims or risks. Croucher Abstract and Title, 324 South Main, Ottawa.
For Sutton's Jewelry, customer service during the COVID-19 crisis actually means customer safety. That's why they closed their doors for 2 months, a first in their 70-year history. And while they're still taking every precautionary measure to keep you safe, their doors are now open and they're ready to serve your jewelry needs. Stop in and celebrate with savings throughout the store, including Vera Bradley bags and gifts. Everyone at Sutton's Jewelry has missed providing that customer service to you. So stop in. They're now open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, Saturday, 10 to 2. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
For Gladstone here in the bottom of the second inning, they'll send to the plate Riley Sands, Gabe Conover, and Nick Hertz. Quentin Carver struggled with his control in the first inning, but got out of it with minimal damage despite walking 3 and throwing a couple of wild pitches. Arrows sitting at 5-6 on the season, looking to even their record with a win here this morning. Riley Sands will lead it off. Carver's pitch is a fastball high. That was where he was missing in the first inning. It was up too high. Air ball is smoked past the shortstop into left field for a hit. So Sands has the Owls' first hit of the ballgame, and the batter will be Gabe Conover. Conover, the first baseman, right-handed batter. Stretch the pitch up too high. Breaking pitch high, 2-0. Swinging 2-0, and the pitch fouled back to the screen. Carver comes set, comes to the plate, and he throws high. Ball 4 in the dirt. And 2 on, nobody out again. And a visit to the mound. Kind of feel like Carver's having problems with his release spot as much as anything. Carver's going to stay in the ballgame. Nick Hertz will be the batter. Right-handed batter, the pitch to him is up too high. And that one plunks him. Hertz hit by a pitch, and that would load him up for Jacob Malm. Malm, the center fielder, he hits from the right side. Strike at the letters. Up over the head of Malm, 1-1. Bases full, nobody out. Next pitch. That one missed low. Malm takes the strike. Showing bunt, but really had no intentions of doing so. Count now 2-2. Up and in, the count runs full. This is a big pitch. Quentin Carver may be down to his last pitch here. He struck him out swinging. So 1 out, back to the top of the order. Patrick Hand walked, was eventually forced at third base back in the first inning. Carver working from the stretch, pitch to him. Foul ball, third base side. Michael may have a play. He'll reach up and one-hand it near the Ottawa dugout. So 2 down, and now Keaton Mudd, who walked and scored back in the first. Carver throws high. Stretch, 1-0 pitch. Fouled it off his foot at the plate, and he's hobbling. Bud goes walking up the third baseline. That one really caught him good. He points it out to the third base coach, got him right between the ankle and the instep. 1-1 to count. 1-0 Owls. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Ground ball headed for left. That's a base hit. A run down the line to score. So Mudd delivers an RBI single. Conover stopping at third. And now the batter is Nick Knight. Nick reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Kind of a odd play where he's trying to get out of the way of a ball, and it ended up hitting the bat. Fastball up too high. Inside, it's 2-0. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from the catcher, but Conover will stay at third. Boy, Knight swung at a ball down in the dirt. Really did Ottawa a favor right there. Another pitch in the dirt blocked by Oshel, but the count is now 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. So now, with 2 outs, the runners will be off and moving with this 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 high, and a run comes home. And that's going to do it for Quentin Carver. He just about worked his way out of this, but couldn't quite do it. And the Arrows will change pitchers here in the bottom of the second, trailing 3-0. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
Eddie Thompson came to Arvest Bank looking for a new checking account. Let's hear what happens.
So Eddie, that's my Blue Checking. With free Blue Checking, you get e-statements, access to our Arvest Go app.
Wait, by free, you mean it's free for the first 6 months or something?
No, it's actually free.
But what about monthly fees?
Nope, no monthly service fees.
Wow, that's really
helpful.
Very helpful.
Free yourself from monthly fees with free Blue Checking. Arvest Bank, ready to help.
Ottawa Chiropractic is ready to help with your chiropractic needs and implementing strict cleaning regimes for your family's health and safety. And speaking of family, Ottawa Chiropractic encourages family visits. Children can experience body trauma from jumping and tumbling, bouncing and bumping, but young bodies may also look to chiropractic care to improve chronic ear infection or sleep disturbance. Find out more. Call for your family appointment today at 785-242-BACK. That's 242-BACK. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 till 6, Tuesday and Friday, 7 till 11.
Brett Hadel, the new Ottawa pitcher. Right-hander started the ball game 1 of the doubleheader against Newton on Wednesday night with just an inning and a third, allowed 3 hits, 5 runs, all earned, walked 4, struck out 1. He inherits a bases-loaded 2-out jam here. And the cleanup batter, Nathan Fine, will be the hitter. Sun has gone behind the clouds here, starting to get a little overcast. It's been hazy here. That Saharan sand that has drifted up from the Gulf of Mexico is in this area now. Pitch is low and inside. Line pass first into the right field, a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. On the way to third goes Ian Davis, the courtesy runner, and it's 5-0. Now Nick Ward, who flied out to deep left his first time. And just about got him. Diving back safely was fine. Ground ball to the shortstop. Flip to second for the force, and the inning's over. But a good round for Gladstone. They score 4 runs on 3 hits. There were no Ottawa errors and 2 men left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, Gladstone 5, Ottawa nothing. And a 1-minute break here. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
Hi, this is Chad Bruner, Director at the ORC. Are you looking for something for your youngsters to do this summer? Then sign up for our afternoon summer camp with Mr. Matt. Interested in getting into shape? Then don't miss your opportunity for all of our fitness classes. Auto Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
Since 1899, Gobbert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Gobbert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Gobbert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Kramer Pharmacy knows that right now it's all about safety and convenience. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts reminding you that you can park out front and call 242-0240 and we'll bring your prescription out or pick up your written script to be filled. We also want you to know about our new Saturday hours from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can still get the same weekday service from 9 to 7, and if you still aren't ready to get out and about, you can always take advantage of our free delivery service. Kramer Pharmacy open 9 to 7 weekdays and Saturday from 9 to 2 at 134 South Main in downtown Ottawa.
Arrows come to bat here in the top of the third. It'll be Brendan Oshel, Brady Beats, and Jose Richards. Brendan Oshel caught last night's ball game. He went 0 for 2. Keaton Mudd back for his 3rd inning of work. He's not allowed a hit. Pitches below the knees, ball 1. Foul ball out of play down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harmon pick ground ball, but right at the third baseman, knocked down by Fine. He'll throw to first in time, and there's 1 out. That was a hard hit, 1 hopper, and Fine did what a third baseman has to do. He kept the ball in front of him, knocked it down with the body, recovered, and threw out Oshel. Now Brady Beats. Shortstop stands in, batting right-handed. Slings a pitch up around his shoulders and pops it up on the infield. Second baseman Hertz makes the catch, and there's 2 down. The batter will be Jose Richards. Pitch to him is low and away. Jose had 3 hits in the 2 games yesterday. Blown outside, 2-0. Gladstone leads at 5-0, top half of the third. Richards taking on 2-0, and the pitch a strike. Fouled out of play. That will even the count 2-2. curve in there, strike three called. Ottawa again out in order. We played 2.5, Gladstone 5, and Ottawa nothing. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
When purchasing or refinancing a home, do you know what transpires from time of application to the day of settlement? Rod Croucher and his dedicated staff will guide you through the process, protecting you against any adverse title claims or risks. Croucher Abstract and Title, 324 South Main, Ottawa.
Sophia and Chris Garcia came to Arvest Bank looking to get a home loan. Let's hear what happens.
Chris and Sophia, thanks for choosing me as your lender in the Arvest Home for Me app. And now...
There's more paperwork to do.
Nope, I got the info you sent through the app. And now...
We wait to hear from someone at your main office.
No, now you're pre-qualified and ready to find your new home.
Wow.
And I'll be with you every step of the way.
That's...
helpful.
Very helpful.
Home loans made easy. Arvest Bank. Ready to help. Equal housing lender.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I learned very young being in the funeral business wasn't just a job, it was a way of life. Never dull, sometimes stressful, but always fulfilling. I wanted to be a part of that and carry on the family tradition.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Owls come to bat here in the bottom half of the third. Leading things off will be Riley Sands, then Gabe Conover and Nick Hertz. Quentin Carver, the starting pitcher for the Arrows, gave up 5 runs, all earned, 2 hits, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, and a hit batter. Brett Hadel on in relief. Riley Sands led off that 4-run second inning with a single to left. He's 1 for 1. Fastball high. Way too high, 2-0. Just below the knees, 3 balls, no strikes. That one caught the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike to Sands. Hit into left center field. On the run, Richards reaches up and one-hands it. Nice play, Jose Richards. There's 1 out in the inning. Batter Gabe Conover walked and scored in the second. Richards was a step or 2 toward right center and went racing over to make that play. Down low to Conover. Fly ball, shallow right. Coming on is Swanson, but he'll give way to Hine, who makes a running catch. Now check that. It looks like Alden Michael out in right field now. So 2 outs. Nick Hertz, the batter. Hertz hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Hadel's pitch up over his head. Down low, it's 2-0. 5-0 Owls, bottom of the third, 2 out, nobody on. Pitch inside and high. Called strike. Hertz was taking. Ball 4 is low. So a 2-out base runner for the Owls, and the batter will be Jacob Malm. Malm struck out swinging back in the second. Hertz gets his lead over at first base. Swing and a miss by Malm. Stretch. And the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back over toward the screen on the first base side. Time called. Now the two umpires are going to converse about something. They're going to call that last play catcher's interference. So runners will be at first and second for Patrick Hand. Hand walked in the first, fouled out to the third baseman in the second. Fastball off the glove of Oshel back to the screen, and both Hertz and Malm move up. That one's a pass ball. Arrows don't look like they're awake yet, quite frankly. Outside corner at the letters, 1-1. Missed away. 2-1 with runners at second and third and 2 out. Ball hit down the left field line, twisting foul and out of play. Adel okays the sign. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit down the left field line. That one's going to twist and be foul also. Again, the 2-2. Line to the right. On the run is Michael, and he got it. Nice sliding catch by Alden Michael out in right field, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was one error. That's the catcher's interference, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 3 innings of play, Gladstone Owls 5, Ottawa Arrows nothing, and we're back in a minute. This is Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
You got to the game late, and the only place to park turned out to be a little too close to foul territory. But you're not worried. In fact, you watched the rest of the game before you even go check the damage. How can you be so confident? Your auto insurance is with local State Farm agent Keith King. There's a reason State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the U.S.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa, or visit online at keithking.net.
Ottawa Chiropractic is ready to help with your chiropractic needs and implementing strict cleaning regimes for your family's health and and safety. And speaking of family, Ottawa Chiropractic encourages family visits. Children can experience body trauma from jumping and tumbling, bouncing and bumping, but young bodies may also look to chiropractic care to improve chronic ear infection or sleep disturbance. Find out more. Call for your family appointment today at 785-242-BACK. That's 242-BACK. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 till 6, Tuesday and Friday, 7 till 11.
Defensive change for Gladstone as Ottawa bats here in the top of the fourth. Ian Davis has come into play left field. He'll bat in the 5 spot in the lineup. Brett Hadel will lead things off. Then Carson Hine and Blake Ohlmeyer. Base hit left field. Hadel picked on a pitch up in the zone and lines it past the shortstop. First hit of the game for the Arrows. Here's Hine, who was called out on strikes in the first. And with the pitcher at first base, Ottawa will use a courtesy runner here. Liam Robertson. Throw to first, runner is back. Throw over to first once again, and Bud nearly threw it away. Off-speed pitch is high. Another throw to first, and again, Robertson dives back in safely. Next game here, the Owls will play once again, their third game in a row. It'll be a 5-inning game against the Pittsburgh Junior Legion team. And this ball, as they throw over to first, rolls away from Conover, but not far enough for Robertson to attempt anything. Because of that 5-inning contest, it is possible that we will play our 3:30 game early if the complete game Indians are here and ready to play. Outside corner, 1-1. Fastball high. 2-1 to Hine with a runner at first, nobody out. Stretched by Mudd, the pitch. Breaking ball is inside and high. Throw down to first. Robertson gets back. And ball 4 high. So the Arrows have 2 on, nobody out. The batter will be Blake Ohlmeyer. Ohlmeyer reached on an error by the shortstop back in the first. Ground ball back to the mound. That should be 2. The second base out there, back to first. Wild throw. Conover was able to corral it, but Ohlmeyer is safe at first.
36-27.
Here is Alden Michael. Left-handed batter. Throw over to first. Diving back in is Ohlmeyer. It's to Alden Michael, way high. Robertson over at third base. Olmeyer at first, 1 out. Arrows down by 5 here in the top of the 4th. Another throw over to first. Mudd is far too interested in those base runners with his team leading by 5. Runner goes from first, pitch a ball, and throw to second base is in time, the out recorded. So Olmeyer cut down trying to steal. With 2 outs, Mudd from the wind, and the pitch outside. Three and 0 the count. All the way back to the screen. Robertson's going to try to score. The throw to the plate, not in time. So the Arrows get on the board on the wild pitch. Alden Michael now at first base with 2 outs. And Aiden Michael will be the batter. And a visit from the dugout. Mudd had thrown just 28 pitches heading into this inning. Aiden Michael struck out swinging back in the second, 0 for 1. Speared by the pitcher, line drive back through the box. Mudd comes up with it, and that ends the inning. Ottawa gets a run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. It's Gladstone 5, Ottawa 1, and we'll take a 1-minute break here. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
Buy all your metal supplies from QSI. They not only sell steel and trim, but also windows, screws, underlayment, caulking, lumber, windows, doors, and much, much more. Visit us in Richmond or give us a call at 785-835-6100.
Advent Health Ottawa is keeping you safe by having all team members and visitors wear masks, practice social distancing strategies, taking temperature checks, and utilizing enhanced deep cleaning procedures. Your assistance and understanding are greatly appreciated because at Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you.
From accounting to income tax preparation, auditing and management advisory, estate planning and sales tax services, even fraud examination. For you, your business, and your peace of mind. Agler and Gaddert Public Service Accountants. Call 785-242-3170.
This is Aaron at Beanie's Body Shop and Repair in Ottawa. We're open for business as usual, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We know times are tough, so if it helps, we'll come pick up your vehicle for maintenance repairs and then return it. Call Beanie's Body Shop and Repair, 242-4082.
5-1 now as the Owls bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. For Gladstone, it will be Keaton Mudd, Nick Knight, and Nathan Fine. Keaton Mudd has walked and singled. He scored twice. Grounder here to short, beats up with it. And the throw in time, 1 away. Nick Knight, the batter. 0 for 1 with a walk. It's from Hadel, foul back to the screen. Fastball way high, 1-1. Up too high once again. Now the 2-1 tonight. That one is high. And ball 4 high. Courtesy runner this time will be Nick Ward. Nathan Fine, the batter, drove home 2 with a single to right field his last time up. And pitch from Hadel is high. Hadel doesn't really look like he's following through out there. The pitches are sailing on him. Outside, 2-0. 5-1 Owls, bottom of the 4th. Throw to first is wild. There goes Ward to second base. He'll stop there. Inside to Fine, 3-0. And ball 4 inside. Back-to-back walks, and the Owls have first and second one away. Ian Davis will bat for the first time. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Oshel. Another ball down in the dirt, and again, Oshel blocks it, but Hadel's struggling with his control. Chopper down the first base line is a foul ball. Count now 2-1. Strike at the knees on the outside corner. That was well thrown. 2-2. Slowly hit ground ball toward third. Charged by Michael. He'll gun it to first, but high and over the head of Laurie and on down the right field line. One run is in. Another runner's going to try for the plate. Here comes the throw, and it's not in time. So 2 runs come in to make it 7-1. Runner at second base, Riley Sands the batter. Hit in the air, left field. Allmeyer under it, has it, and there's 2 outs. On that ball hit by Davis, he's credited with an infield single, and the error then allowing the runners to score. Gabe Conover now comes in 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounds this to third, off the glove of Michael. He'll recover. He'll throw to first base, and again, Wild. And Conover safe. Conover does not run well, and Michael had time to get him and just threw wildly. So the inning remains alive. Davis stopped at third base. Here is Nick Hertz, who has been hit by a pitch and walked. Adel's pitch, breaking ball high. 3 errors in this inning. 4 in the game now for the Arrows. Popped it foul, backing out of play. Counts a ball and a strike. 7-1 Owls. Reaching for it. Hertz fouls it back to the screen. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That retires the side, but 2 runs for Gladstone on 1 hit, 3 Ottawa errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 4, Gladstone 7, Ottawa 1. And we'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
During these trying times, everyone knows that golf is an essential activity. Just ask the pros at Great Life Golf and Fitness. Get out and enjoy an essential round today. Call 785-242-3734 for your membership. Great Life, proud to support Ottawa Legion Baseball. Since 1899, Gobbert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Gobbert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Gobbert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Now more than ever, trust ABC News Radio.
This is something that we all have to deal with together.
We're answering your questions.
Just put some kind of a cloth barrier over your nose.
Adding special coverage.
The reach of this virus, it touches everything from what we wear to how we feed ourselves.
With straightforward reporting.
With the Trump administration pushing states to reopen businesses, some governors are pushing back, saying
during this time of concern and after it, ABC News Radio is the most trusted source. Anytime, everywhere.
Every weeknight after the 6 o'clock news on KOFO.
Owls make some changes defensively here as we go to the 5th inning. Joe Schmidt is now in the ball game playing second base. Nick Hertz moves from second out to left field, and Patrick Hand is now the center fielder. For the Arrows, it will be Espinoza, Laurie, and Oshel here in the 5th. Espinoza struck out swinging his first time up. Wind continues to blow across the field right to left. Swing and a foul tip, strike 1. Curveball, bounced foul. And the count, 2 strikes. Ball hit in the air to center field, and that was going to get past Hand and go all the way to the warning track. Espinoza on his way to second. He's going to go for third, and he's going to make it as the cutoff man drops the throw. And it'll be a triple for Antonio Espinoza. Ryan Laurie, the batter. Ryan flied out to the left fielder back in the second inning, 0 for 1. Second hit for the Arrows in the game. Outside. Laurie swinging at a pitch up and in, and he fouls it off. Stretched by Mudd, 1-1 pitch. Chopper over the man. No, speared by the pitcher, and now they've got Espinoza in a rundown between third and home. And the tag will be applied by the catcher. Play ends up going 1-5-2. And Espinoza with the cardinal sin right there of taking off before that ball got past the pitcher's mound. One out. Here's Brendan Oshel, thrown out by the third baseman back in the third inning. Laurie winds up at second base, by the way. Bluff pickoff move to second. Popped it up. Shallow right center. Hand, the center fielder, will make a running catch, and there's two away. And Brady Beats now will bat with two down in the inning. Brady popped out to the second baseman his first time up. Chopper towards short. That's going to be a tough play. On the run, Sands throws him out. Nice play. So the Arrows waste the leadoff triple. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. We played 4.5. It's the Owls 7, the Arrows 1, and we'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
Why is Kansas State Bank your hometown bank? Because the people you know support the people you know, like sponsoring this broadcast of Ottawa Legion Baseball, and by providing SBA loans of over $8 million as part of the Payroll Protection Program for local businesses. Kansas State Bank, proud to be your hometown bank. Member FDIC.
This is Casey Brady, Director of Communications for Franklin County with Coronavirus Guidance. If you must be out for essential functions or to get essential items, Dr. Bud Ransom, Public Health Officer, encourages the use of cloth masks. Masks are important to protect those around you. Think of it as, I am wearing my mask to protect you from my germs, and you are wearing your mask to protect me from your germs. Again, this is Casey Brady with Franklin County. Stay home, stay well, stay safe.
7-1 Owls, bottom of the fifth. Gladstone will send to the plate Joe Schmidt, Patrick Hand, and Keaton Mudd. Ottawa's going to change catchers here. I believe Liam Robertson's going to be sent in behind the plate, but we'll have to see what happens. He is not yet out of the dugout. Yeah, here comes Robertson. Owls with 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and 2 in the fourth. Ottawa got its run in the fourth. Again, the Arrows have one more game in this tournament, scheduled for 3:30. May get started a little bit earlier than that. Joe Schmidt will bat for the first time in the game. Left-handed batter is Schmidt. He bunts down the third base line. It's a beauty, and there'll be no play. So the leadoff man on, and the batter is the leadoff man in the order, Patrick Hand. Hand 0 for 2 was robbed of a hit by Alden Michael out in right field his last time up. Hadel throws to first. The runner is back. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Hadel has been on since the second inning. The 2 runs he gave up in the fourth were both unearned. Fouled it at the plate, 0-2. JC Ballpark, here on the west edge of Pittsburgh, rather. Popped it up. Behind the bag at second, it's Beats to make the call on the catch. I think I had overheard the PA announcer say this was their 80th year of playing ball here. I can remember my grandfather bringing me down to this park to watch baseball when I was a kid. Part of a pretty extensive complex. Now Keaton Mudd swings at the first pitch and bounces it foul back of the plate. There is a 9-hole golf course here, also a miniature golf course. There is a very small amusement park just to the east here. Lined off the pitcher's glove. Hadel will recover and throw to first in time. And the runner down to second. Hadel had to Charlie Brown that. He kind of, I don't know if he got hit in the leg or what. Might have gotten the glove on it itself. Play ends up going 1-3. And now with 2 outs, the batter is Nick Knight, who is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. There is also a very nice band shell, a little bit farther to the east here, and of course more baseball diamonds. Pitch down low. Popped it foul, backing out of play. Check of the runner at second. 1-1 pitch. Curve bends in there. It's the best breaking ball we've seen Hadel throw here this afternoon. I guess we're still morning, aren't we? Not quite noon yet. 1-2 pitch. Slowly hit ground ball up the third base line, and Michael will let it roll foul. A lot of good baseball played in this park. A lot of fine baseball players from Pittsburgh. A couple of big leaguers of note. Don Gutteridge, who played back in the 30s and 40s and then was a manager later on in his career. And, of course, Bill Russell, who was the shortstop for the Dodgers for a long time in the 70s and 80s. One and two tonight. Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's a foul tip. Owls out here in the fifth. No runs, one hit, one left. At the end of five, still 7-1 Owls, and we're back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
This is Margie Hindeleiter, Community President at Bank Midwest in Ottawa. Proud to support our local sports teams like Ottawa Post 60 Legion baseball team. It's just common sense to be involved with the youth and their parents in our community. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives. Member FDIC.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We head to the 6th. Ottawa down by 6. Arrows will send up a pinch hitter to lead off the inning. It'll be Dylan Lloyd. Then Brett Hadel and Carson Hine. Ottawa with just 2 hits in the ball game. They have not played particularly well offensively, defensively, or from the pitcher's mound. Dylan Lloyd will lead things off. Right-handed batter. Pitch from Keaton Mudd is up too high. Mudd, through 5 innings of work, just 48 pitches. That's outstanding. Down too low, it's 2-0. Swinging on 2-0, and the pitch is fouled out of play. Outside. Three balls, 1 strike. That one hit the inside corner. The count runs full. Wind now blowing in from center field. And that's ball 4 outside. Third walk issued by Mudd. Brett Hadel, the batter. He singled back in the 4th. Throw over to first base, runner back. Ground ball sharply hit, backhanded on the dive by Fine. Long throw across, gets past Conover. And there go the runners to second and third. Lloyd's going to try to score now, and he's going to make it. Well, Fine made an outstanding play to his right, but then the throw was low. Conover couldn't come up with it, and it rolled over in that foul territory, and there's quite a bit of it over there. And Lloyd came all the way around to score. Hadel winds up at third base. Here's Carson Hine. Ball hit into right field. Coming on to make the catch is Ian Davis. Tagging and coming to the plate, and safe at the plate is Brett Hadel. Hadel was not hustling on that play, and he about got thrown out. The throw was there in time, but Knight, the catcher, didn't hang on, so you can't assume the out. Sacrifice fly for Hine to make it now a 7-3 game. This is Lane Altick batting now for Ohlmeyer. Strike to him. Bud ready? 0-1 pitch. Grounder to third. Fine up with it. Long throw across. In time. 2 down. Now Alden Michael, who drew a walk, is only time up. Breaking pitch outside. Grounder to the right side. Second baseman Schmidt bobbles but recovers and throws out Michael. And that retires the side. Ottawa gets 2. No hits, 1 error, nobody left. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th. Score now is Gladstone 7, Ottawa 3, and we'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
Bottom half of the 6th. Dylan Lloyd stays in the ball game. He's out now in center field. And also Lane Altick would be in left. Owls will lead it off with Nathan Fine, then Ian Davis and Riley Sands. Breaking ball, he went around, strike 1. Official scorer has credited Brett Hadel with an infield single on that play in the top of the inning. Strike called, 0-2. So the Arrows now with 3 hits in the game, but not getting the job offensively. Done offensively. Here's a liner into right that Michael will have to play on a bounce. It's a base hit for Fine. He is now 2 for 2 with a couple of walks. Ian Davis will be the batter. Pitch up too high. Missed high, 2-0. Up and in. 3-0 to Davis. We are nearing the time limit here. Ball 4 low. Two on, nobody out for, I guess that's Jack Kelly batting. Kelly takes inside. One 0 pitch moved him off the plate. It's 2-0. 7-3 Owls, bottom of the sixth. There's a strike at the letters. Down low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Chopper over the mound. Beats will wait for it. Drop the ball. Everybody's going to be safe. Beats knew he had time and then just couldn't come up with it. Check that. I'm sorry, that's Hine now at shortstop. And now Sands will run at first base. Dave Conover is the batter. Aiden Alderman, by the way, is at second base now for the Arrows. Pitch inside to Conover, who is 0 for 2. Up too high, it's 2-0. Ottawa infield in. Grounder to third. They'll come home, get the out there. Robertson to first. That's a double play. Play goes 5-2-3. Fine retired at the plate. 2 outs. Nick Hertz will be the batter. Grounder to third. Up with it, Michael. Throw across in time. And Ottawa avoids the damage in the sixth. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We played 6. It's Gladstone 7, Ottawa 3, and we're back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
Did you know Kansans with disabilities are nearly 3 times more likely to be victims of a crime? Are you a Kansan with a disability? Are you also a victim of crime? The Disability Crime Victims Unit may be able to provide you with free advocacy or civil legal services to respond to your disability rights needs as a crime victim. It doesn't matter how large or small the crime. It doesn't matter whether you reported this crime to anyone. If you are a person with a disability and a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas to find out if their Disability Crime Victims Unit can help you. Call toll-free 877-776-1541 or go to drckansas.org. Content of this radio ad is sponsored by the Disability Rights Center of Kansas and this station. It is supported by subgrant number 18-VOCA-55, awarded through the Federal Office for Victims of Crime as administered by the Kansas Governor's Grants Program. It does not necessarily reflect the views of the Office of the Kansas Governor or the U.S. Department of Justice.
Top of the 7th, last chance for the Arrows. They're down 4. They'll send the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Michael Espinoza and Laurie, to the plate. Aiden Michael has struck out and lined to the pitcher. Bud's pitch, low and outside. Mudd ready, and the 1-0 pitch. Fouled it out of play. Down the right field line, 1-1. Line down the right field line, foul ball. 1-2 to Michael. Another foul ball out of play, right side. Curve stayed inside, 2-2. Struck him out with a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Strikeout number 5 for Keaton Mudd. 1 out, and now Antonio Espinoza. Tripled to center his last time up. He's also struck out swinging. Missed away. Popped him up. Third baseman Fine making the call. And he's got it 2 down. Last chance for the Arrows, Ryan Laurie, who is 0 for 2 in this one. Laurie chops it foul over by the third base dugout. Swings at a pitch up around his eyes, 0-2. Breaking ball outside. Curve, fouled over by the on-deck hitter. Bud ready? Pitch. Fouled off down the right field line. Grounder to third. Fine, bobbles. Throws to first, not in time. So the game continues, and Liam Robertson will bat now. Right-handed batter. Throw to first, runner back.
We've already been to one ball game.
Stretched by Mudd, the pitch. Grounder up the middle and on into right center field, a hit. Runner's going to try for third, and Laurie will make it. And runners will be at the corners. Now Aiden Alderman will bat for the first time today. Tying run still in the on-deck circle. Outside corner to the knee, strike one. Sharp hit ground ball, but Schmidt knocks it down, throws to first, and the ball game is over. In the seventh for the Arrows, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. And the final score, Gladstone 7, Ottawa 3. And we'll be back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.com.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. From fighting wildfires with air support, helping civilians in flooded neighborhoods, to delivering food and supplies to those who have lost everything, the Army National Guard always responds when disaster strikes. The Army National Guard also trains to be ever vigilant against threats, foreign and domestic. They protect our skies with missile defense weaponry. They secure our information, communications, and infrastructure with cybersecurity. And they protect us against chemical, biological, and radiological hazards with the civilian support team. The Army National Guard also stands ready to deploy and provide support for conflicts or humanitarian missions abroad. Join the Army National Guard and be there to respond, protect, and support your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
Arrows dropped this one to the Gladstone Owls 7-3. Owls jumped on Ottawa early. Quentin Carver was the starting pitcher, struggled with his control. And Gladstone got a single run in the first and then 4 more in the second. That's really all they needed. Ottawa got their runs in the fourth on a wild pitch, allowing Liam Robertson to score. And then in the sixth inning, they got a couple of runs, keyed by a throwing error. Carson Hine picked up an RBI with a sacrifice fly, and the Arrows now 5-7 on the season. And they will play later on today. We don't know exactly what time. It's scheduled for 3:30, might likely be earlier than that. And Ottawa will play the Complete Game Indians. That's a team out of the Kansas City area. Line score looks like this for Gladstone: 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 10 left on base. For Ottawa, 3 runs, 4 hits, 5 errors, 4 left. Winning pitcher was Keaton Mudd, who went all the way and threw just about 75 pitches. And the losing pitcher for Ottawa, the starter, Quentin Carver. Again, Ottawa will play later this afternoon. It will be approximately at least 3 o'clock at least, you would think. And the scheduled game time, of course, is at 3:30. 7-3 is your final. This is Gary Bateman saying so long from JC Ballpark in Pittsburgh.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 Legion Baseball on KOFO. Brought to you by title sponsors State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King and the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Legion Baseball on KOFO is also brought to you by Quality Structures in Richmond, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Bank Midwest, Sutton's Jewelry, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, also by Advent Health Ottawa, Goppert State Service Bank, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Corner Market, Agler & Gaddert Certified Public Accountants, Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, and by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Croucher Abstract and Title Company, Great Life Golf and Fitness, Beanie's Body Shop, Harvest Bank, and CarStar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your home of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 Legion Baseball and your sports source for